Hey y'all, I'm gonna make this video real fast. This isn't gonna be real professional, but is what it is. This is for, like, I guess, if you are doomsday prepping or homesteading, whatever you may call it. But if you're operating off solar power or limited electricity, or maybe you're even living in a van, um, and it's cold, like you're facing down 32 degrees or colder. I bought this Vevor diesel heater. I don't know if you can see it. I got kind of a ghetto sit up there where I set it on a I built a little frame for it to set on that way because you got to intake and exhaust it outside. But it's got a heat exchanger, so you got two intakes, two exhaust. You got intake and exhaust for the burn chamber, which obviously has to be the at least the exhaust has to be exhaust. I didn't exhaust put my intake outside because I thought a little bit of air movement would be good for it to keep fresh air drawn inside. Because of course I warned you about asphyxiation and all that, which I don't see how it's possible because it's only a heat exchanger. But anyway, I left the intake for the burn chamber inside and exhausted the diesel exhaust outside, and the intake and exhaust for the heat exchanger, um, obviously I left inside. But this thing is fantastic. Um, Now I've only used it down to freezing, but I got a 36 foot motorhome with two slides, and it's a super slide. It's quite a bit of cubic feet for this thing to heat, and it's on solar power, so like to run propane or electric heat is almost out of the question. This thing will run like 8 hours, maybe not eight, but maybe seven on a half a tank of fuel. I don't remember what size the fuel tank is. It's the AKW one. It's got the Bluetooth thing. I think it's like, at time of recording, I think I saw it for $115. I paid $100 shipped to the door because they had some kind of Black Friday thing going on. But I would recommend this to absolutely anybody, even if you had access to reliable electricity. It's so efficient because, like, you can run it for 6 or 7 hours on, like, I don't remember how big the tank is, but maybe a liter of diesel because of course it's metric, it's Chinese made. But it is awesome. So, like, maybe you put a couple gallons in it. I think it's a 5 liter tank, so maybe figure 2.5 liters. But I have to look that up. Don't quote me on it. Doesn't matter. Figure half a tank runs for 7 hours, and it runs to the point in a 36 foot motorhome here with the slides out when it's 32 degrees outside, where it's woken me up. I had to shut it off because it produces too much heat. So fantastic. If you put it in a vehicle, the 8kW with the Bluetooth thing, you could run it for 5 minutes and you'd have to shut it off, or you'd die. But this thing is awesome. I definitely recommend it. Don't hesitate to buy it. I don't know what your situation. I bet it would be good. And I should specify 32 Fahrenheit. It would probably be good down to, I guess, 0 degrees Fahrenheit. I bet it would be good for that because you figure at 32, I had to turn it off at some point during the night because it just produced too much heat. And the fact that it's got the Bluetooth, I would get the Bluetooth one. When I went to order it, um, they said the Bluetooth one wasn't available out of stock. But of course, that was when we were fixing to get real cold weather, so everybody was buying. So I said, notify me in stock, and they did it real quick. They said it might be like 6 weeks till it's in stock, but it was like 2 days, and they said, oh, it's in stock. So I bought that, and it was, like I said, it was a Black Friday thing, so I got a hell of a deal on it. $100, I think, shipped to the door. $109, whatever it was, shipped to the door. But I would definitely not hesitate to buy it again, and I would not hesitate to recommend it to anybody else. If you need fairly reliable heat, and the fact that it's Bluetooth, like when you're laying in bed and either it's too hot or it's too cold, you can just pull your phone out, you download the app for it. It's incredibly simple to use. It's got a little tap, 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 tap. If you YouTube anything about these things, you'll hear about us, the fuel pump running. But if you're warm, like, that's a first world problem, the tapping. I don't even notice it, and I simply don't care because it's better than freezing to death. So if you're on the fence about it, take it from me. Buy the damn thing. You'll be comfortable. All right.